What's up everyone? Welcome back to the Vegan Test Kitchen. Today we are making whole wheat soda bread with millet and currants. What is that? All we're doing is getting a loaf of bread and then pouring a can of Coke all over it. Here's what you're gonna need. Whole wheat flour, all-purpose flour, baking soda, baking powder, millet, caraway seeds, sugar, salt, apple cider vinegar, canola oil, soy milk, vegan butter, and currants. Alright, the first thing we're gonna do is get a small saucepan and heat up some water because it calls for boiling water just by itself. So let's do that. Now, while that is heating up, let's grab the currants. So they asked for a cup and a half. Yes, a cup and a half of currants. They actually specified Zante currants. I think that's how you pronounce it. Zante, Z-A-N-T-E. These unfortunately do not say that. And I believe they probably want the dehydrated version because they say that you can find these right beside the raisins. I looked everywhere for these and I could not find them anywhere. So I finally found these fresh ones at Whole Foods and we're gonna use these and I'm sure they'll be delicious too. And it does say that they're usually seeded. They're seedless. We're gonna do something very tedious and take all these seeds off. I'm gonna rinse these first. So obviously, get the dried ones. This is gonna be absolutely ridiculous. And before you all say anything, I know, I'm doing so many wrong things right now, but it's where we're at. I don't have a choice. Oh no, there's more seeds in here than I thought. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take this water off because we're not using that anytime soon. I thought my job was gonna be easy. Nope, nope. Guys, don't try this at home. Get the dried. Just get the dried. They taste really good though. There are so many seeds. There's so many seeds in here. All I can do is laugh. Otherwise, I will start throwing things. Not a word from any of you all, unless you want to express your deepest sympathies. This is a cup and a half. Not a word. All right, let's put the water back on the boil. Whew, I need some wine after that. All right, before that boils, we're gonna set the oven to 375. And for me, we're gonna set it to 250. Ding, 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 ding. And we have our thermometer in there too, just to make sure. All right, we're also gonna grease our cake pan. You need a 9-inch cake pan for this. We're boiling. Let's set that aside. Get a medium saucepan. We're gonna heat the canola oil and the millet. So we're just gonna toast these a little bit. Probably for about 2 or 3 minutes. And we're gonna stir constantly because we're looking for a golden brown. We wanna smell that toasting too. Definitely make sure you keep stirring it because I have a couple in here that are starting to burn. It smells like burnt popcorn. You should also turn your burner down to medium because I had it on high. That was bad. All right, I think that's toasted enough. So now we're going to pour in the boiling water. We're gonna stir in the cup and a half of currants. And then we're gonna cook for 18 to 20 minutes until most of the water has been absorbed. And you wanna cover it. I just realized that I put the entire pan of hot water in there. I didn't measure it. It was supposed to be a cup. All right, so this is about how much I had in there. Ew. I put in literally double the amount. So here's what we're gonna do. See if we can make something good come out of this disaster. We're gonna pour a cup of this. Okay, I didn't pour a cup of it, but I poured a half a cup because it didn't seem like there was that much liquid in there to do. Plus some of it's already been absorbed and evaporated. I feel like that's probably good. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I can screw this recipe up anymore. We're gonna add just a little bit more water. I think we took too much out. As per schedule, we're screwing things up right on time. All right, so I think it's probably to the fluffiness factor that we need. So we're going to shut off the heat and let it sit off the burner because we want it to get to room temperature. That's what this book says. But we're gonna partially cover it. We're gonna get a large mixing bowl and sift together the whole wheat flour, all-purpose flour, baking powder, baking soda, and salt. What the hell? Why is this freaking tornado? Stir it around like a witch. Really, you're supposed to sift this together, and I don't have a sifter that I want to use, so mix it around, do your best. Why is this flying everywhere? I don't understand this. Now, we're gonna stir in the sugar and the caraway seeds. I do not like the smell of caraway seeds. And they look like little worms. So, bon appetit. And they really look like worms in flour now. Now we're gonna cut in the cold margarine with either a pastry cutter, if you got it, or 2 knives held together until a crumbly mixture forms. So let's get the butter out of the fridge. I'm going to elect to put together 2 knives. Go at it. All right, you wanna do this until you have a crumbly mixture, which is where we're at. We're going to combine the soy milk and the apple cider vinegar into a measuring cup and let it sit for a minute and let it curdle. All right, we're gonna take our flour mixture and stir in the curdled soy milk mixture along with our millet and currant mixture. Wow, look at all those currants in there. So much. Oh, I just don't know what to do with them. Now we're gonna stir this until it forms a dough mixture. Okay, once it's gotten to a point where you can work with it with your hands, do that. Because we're going to knead it a little bit, but it said make sure to not overwork it. So don't get crazy with it. Just mix it around till it forms a decent dough ball. And it said if it's too moist, then to get some flour and just spoon it in like a tablespoon at a time. Now that that's done, we're gonna get our cake tin, throw this in there. Now it said you want to lightly pat it to where it's about a ½ inch away from each of the sides. Now that that's formed, we're supposed to cut across at the top of the loaf and then pray to Jesus that this comes out all right. All right, that's good. So now we're gonna stick this in the oven. No, I lied. We're gonna brush the top with some soy milk and then we're gonna brush this a few more times throughout the process. So overall, we're supposed to bake this for 45 to 50 minutes until it's well browned on the top and you can stick a knife in it and it's clean. Every 15, 20 minutes, take it out, do that again, put some soy on it, and then stick it back in there. All right, 15 minutes is up, so let's take it out and then put another layer of soy milk on the top. Stick it back in for another 10, 15 minutes. 3, 2, 1. Take it out. All right, so we're gonna just test it to make sure. We're gonna stick a knife in there and see if it comes out clean, right in the middle, if you can see this. So we're gonna stick it back in there for 5 more minutes. Let's take it out again. So they said it should be kind of like a light brown on the top, which it is. And let's stick it in the middle again. I'd say it's pretty clean, so we are good to go. All right, so let's let it cool for a few minutes and then we're gonna try it. Let's try this mamma jamma. So, here's the thing. I don't know what soda bread is. I suppose I could have Googled it, but I didn't do that. I imagine it might have to do with maybe the sweetness in it, or possibly the fact that there's baking soda in it. I don't know. It's a little sweet. I don't like the caraway seeds in it. Not a fan of that. As a bread in general, without the caraway seeds, I think it would be really good. I mean, it would be bread. And it would be nice to put like butter on, maybe jam for breakfast. I wouldn't make sandwiches necessarily with it because of the sweetness. Also, let's be honest, I royally screwed this up the entire time. I didn't put the right currants in there or the right amount. Probably didn't cook the millet long enough. However, I will say there's no crunchiness from any currant seeds in there. So I did something right. But I would probably not make this again. I will probably for sure toast some of these slices and put butter on it in the morning. Not a complete loss. All right guys, that wasn't one of my favorites, but that doesn't mean it won't be one of yours. So if you do try it, let me know what you think. I'd love to see if you have a different opinion on it. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for thumbing it up if you like it, sharing it, and all that good stuff. I will see you next time.